Can women even be self-spirited? Can they even be self-spirited? Well, I've been thinking about this, how much I've looked at women and how they always choose the system. They will choose the system over you every single occasion, or like 90% of the time. Because they have needs. And they sure as hell have wants. Eh? But on the sacred higher paths, you don't get everything you want. You only get what you need. Little hint there. But, you know, furthermore, and I think more obviously, they are the cycles of time. They are this, but this is the secondary feminine matrix. Mother Nature. Father Spirit. The initial quote, how I opened the Organic Portal Handbook, I've decided this is going to be it. Men are not from Mars and women are not from Venus. Wherever that came from. Anyway, even if that came somehow from energetic astrology theory, you know, how stars enter energy and you know, the planets manage and characterize it and so on, and then maybe they'll say, oh, that's why that saying Venus is feminine energy or some shit, I don't know. But if that's where it's come from, astrological theory is human prison bar, this physical matrix, secondary feminine matrix system anyway. That's why I don't look at horoscopes and stuff. I'm not in cycles. I am not this body. I'm not these cycles of time. Time is part of this physical place, and it's needed to make a time cell. That's what a third dimensional zonal reality is, your body. And each little cell is its fractal, right? That's the fractal pattern of a third dimension, or a zonal reality. That's what a third dimension is. It's not just a cut, a fragment, or whatever. It's fragmented too, but the best way to say it is a zonal reality. So you understand it as a time cell. A cell in... Okay, don't worry about it. So, you know, they have the monthly cycle. They can't escape it. And if they do, what happens? Have you seen women that escape their monthly cycle to any degree? More masculinity. More higher animus masculine in Jung psychology terminology. Is what it is. I didn't make up the rules. I'm just showing you how it all is. It's like, why can't you see it? So this inherent cycling is not freedom, yeah, or free-spirited nature, or being a higher spirit, yeah, in a controlled matrix, which is a mental control system. It's not the physical infrastructure. That's the dregs. If you think society is the matrix, you're so far from the truth. It's, you know, you're at the exact opposite end. I don't know if by now you're going to make it, to be honest. If that's still your view, that's like where you begin. Then you realize, oh, hold on, it's much more than that. The matrix is a mental control system for spirit. Soul is an informational collection, and it's a grid structure. So soul can be indeed considered to be part of the prison. Some people know this stuff, and then they're avoided and looked at as they're just crazy people. But I see everything that everyone's saying, and that's true, because there is a video out there saying something about soul is a prison or something. I'm not going to say whose channel or anything, but yeah, I do agree with that person, because it's obvious, yeah. Spirit is the non-corporeal part. The absolute non-corporeal part. Not even part of this place. Spirit is from outside of the matrix, completely intangible, non-measurable, and that's why we have to do so many of these videos to infer it. What are the traits of being spirited, or an NPC spiritless human? What, you know, What's the difference between soul and spirit? I've looked around and it appears to me that most of you think that spirit is soul. That's how you're all referring to it. You're all like, yeah, soulless humans, but no one's talking about, like, except for Matt, no, what's his name? Matt Tom from montalk.net. He upgraded, remember his article long ago. He said, the article's outdated on soulless humans, look at this one. I don't agree with everything said there necessarily, but that hierarchical change, that top level change is accurate. It's not about soul or anything like that. Soul humans always give in to the NPCs. They're not NPCs, but they always give in to that. And like being too STO, too service to others. You're just giving your energy away too much. You have to do some STS for your own survival, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, can women even be self-spiritless? Look at what happens in every relationship with every woman you've ever had. Every relationship, every woman you've ever had. What do? They always conform you. They try and dress you up. You've got to look this way. You've got to talk this way. You've got to do this. You shouldn't do that. This is all programming. Where's programming from? Oh, the Matrix? Ah, maybe. Yes. Fuck, man. People don't even look at the code. You're experiencing the code unconsciously. But if you look at what they're actually doing, it's all conformity. Women are completely programming you in every relationship you've ever had. Take a closer look. It's all complete programming. Hey, Oro. I can barely pick Oro up. He loves me and stuff, but he's like, no, I want to be free. And he jumps out of my arms because he's a free spirit. He's a proper free spirit, having an avatar experience like me and you other spirited humans. Right now, this video is not saying that all women are self-spiritless. That's not what I'm saying. 90% yes, because the 90% rule, because this is realm parasiticos. Like, I'm going to keep mentioning this. I made this up. It's come through me. I realized it, yeah. So, you know, 90% of people are parasitic, non-symbiotic. And that's through and through. Just look at everyone's lives. That's not this video. I'm not going to explain that in detail. Let's get back to the main thrust of this video. I'm not saying that all women are self-spiritless. I'm saying, can they be even like free-spirited? Can they act in that way? Perhaps some of the time, but how much of the time is that? Because every relationship you ever have with a woman, they always look like this, do that, don't say that. Oh, I'm shocked that you said this. That's all frequency control. It's all programming, right? And that's the box. That's not outside the box. This free spirit is outside the box, yeah? So can they even be, you know, self-spirited humans? Is it even possible for all women to be like that? I say no, it's not possible for all women to be like that. 10% of women have a chance and ability to do it some of the time. I don't know percentage-wise. We'd have to sit there and look at every behavior. So you're just going to have to take this into your relationship, into your life with all the females in your life. But don't forget, they can't escape temporality. It's not possible. A man can sit under a tree and meditate, Siddhartha, and come up with the middle way concept after several months of eating bugs and doing nothing. Have you ever in your life, YouTube anywhere, have you ever seen a woman do this? Not possible. Not possible. Why don't I see it happening ever anywhere? I only ever see great stories of yogi men, shaman men, and so on. It's because this is the secondary feminine matrix. This is their domain. This is a massive revelation. This channel should have 1 million viewers by now on each video. That's how you know the world is made up of these NPCs, because I'm just kept right down as much as possible. Right? YouTube would not, you know, suggest my videos to anyone. Right? YouTube's run by a lesbian out of California, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how deep does the rabbit hole go on this? Not very. This place is shallow, just like they are. I've had so many relationships in my life. I've had so much sex and all that, all the good stuff. I'm a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Australian surfer. When I was 16 and 18 and stuff, I'd get any girl I wanted. I was the one that they push over to talk to the group of them. So I'm not in lack of experience, or I've had like 2 girlfriends. No, much more. So it's not like lack of experience. So if you don't know what I'm saying, then it's your lack of experience. Check it out. That's what I'm saying. I have thoroughly checked it out. They're all the same. They all revert to matrix code programming, frequency control, guilt programming. Doesn't matter what the programming is, you're responsible. This is all. I'm going to name the nape of the neck, the whole nape of the neck. These are middle nervous system ganglion clearing mantra, right? So you start from the back. It's I'm not responsible. Then it's because you have a certain amount of ganglion at each chakra. Anyway, this is for the neck, and remember, they do not speak freely. If you read the montalk.net article, for instance, he mentioned that. He said, you know, they don't have the higher centers like us, and you might think that, oh wait, what's he saying? They do have the throat. I can't remember, but the point is they don't speak freely, right? We know that. And these are Templar seals. There's a lot of stuff I can go into about that, but we need to avoid that because I'm going to lose you. So the nape of the neck here is like anti-programming. This is only 4th dimensional Kundalini mantras for the middle nervous system. It's I'm not responsible, I'm not involved, I'm not guilty. What is it? And I'm not frustrated. Notice they do all of those to you. Is what it is. This is not male chauvinism. This is behavioral psychology. I'm noticing your women in general's behavioral psychology and programming. Programming is psychological, yeah? The matrix is a psychological control system, yeah? Anyway, think for yourself. I'm not trying to give all the answers or something. I'm just trying to say, think for yourself. Can they even be self-spirited? Completely? I say no. Because they always revert back to so many wants and needs. Got to put the eyeliner on, the lipstick. I need it. You know? It's ridiculous. You women are just so obvious. If a man can't see this, he's a spiritless bitch man of the matrix, right? So I know already I've gotten through to all the real men, and that's all I give a fuck about these days. But yeah, the question is, and this is for the comment section obviously, can they even be self-spirited, and how much of the time? Comment, tell me if I'm wrong about something, that all I've taken is what happens. So I didn't make anything up, I didn't invent anything. Well, the 90% rule and stuff, but leave all that aside, just the basics. Can women even escape the wants and the needs, their monthly cycle? They're in a cycle. I don't see how it can be escaped. And they can sit under the tree to have the massive matrix-changing epiphanies like the Siddhartha, oh, go the middle way, Siddhartha said, you know, the Buddha, right? The original Buddha. No, I'm not Buddhist. I'm not into any particular system of thought. I just take bits and pieces, what works and what's accurate or good. But yeah, think about it. You've never ever seen, not once, why not even once, twice, maybe just a handful of times, the example of the matrix changing woman bringing in the novelty. I already said this in another video. There's habit versus novelty. Just like this is a force as big as the electromagnetic spectrum in gravity. Well, it's in effect in every moment. How is it lesser? Habit and novelty is fractal, remember? We learnt that from the time wave zero. It's fractal. Time has many fractal layers and magnitudes, right? So, I mean, I think we've thoroughly squashed this. Why don't you ever even see the woman Buddha, right? The woman yogi with the massive, like, school system followers and crazy good epiphanies and enlightening systems. They don't exist. Doesn't exist. Show me. Where are the best example I can even think of, again, the only woman that stood out to me is that Ramtha, that Jay-Z Knight lady from Down the Rabbit Hole, What the Bleep Do We Know? When she stood out to me because she said almost all women are whoring themselves out. And I went, whoa, yeah, gonna hate that one. She was calling all her fellow women whores. And it's true. Put on the makeup to impress the boss, to put up more makeup the next day and impress the boss again. You're whoring yourself out. You don't have to be a stripper on a pole. I respect them more than the receptionist. I'll say that again. I respect a stripper on the pole because she's gone out of her way to actually get paid good, not be like in total frequency control like a robot, right? Like the receptionist sitting there like a tense robot. I respect the stripper more than the receptionist for those reasons, for the obvious. Because they're acting more self-spirited at least. Do you get it? So that's what I want in the discussion, because I want to see what you guys have to say. How you're going to prove this wrong. I'm waiting. And I'd love to see the examples of these, what I can't find and I have never seen, what I just said. Where are all these great, like, woman Buddhas and Jesuses? Where's the woman Jesus? Right? Show me.